Have you ever wondered, what if the education system your child is in was never meant to help them think? For over 100 years, we've sent our kids into classrooms that weren't built to inspire independent minds, but to train obedience. These systems were born during the Industrial Revolution, when society needed workers who followed orders, showed up on time, and didn't question authority. John D. Rockefeller, who helped fund modern public education, made it clear. He didn't want a nation of thinkers. He wanted a nation of workers. But today, the world is changing faster than ever. And in this world, followers get left behind. Thinkers lead the way. So who's responsible for raising the next generation of thinkers? You are. It starts right at home. In this video, we'll explore how the current education system conditions kids to conform, the key differences between a follower and a real thinker, and most importantly, how you, as a parent, can start unlocking your child's full intellectual and creative potential. Stick around till the end, because sometimes one true thinker is all it takes to change the world. Have you ever wondered why our schools operate the way they do? The truth is, they weren't designed to nurture imagination. They were built to serve the needs of the industrial age. Back then, factories needed workers who could follow instructions, arrive on time, and never question authority. So schools were designed the same way, with bells, schedules, and a focus on obedience. Children were praised for getting the right answer, not for asking the right questions. Creativity was often seen as a distraction. Independent thought? Discouraged. And while the world outside has changed dramatically, this old system still lingers. But here's the problem. The 21st century doesn't need silent followers. It needs critical thinkers, creators, leaders, innovators. So what makes a thinker? A follower waits to be told what to do. A thinker asks, why and what if? A follower looks for approval. A thinker searches for meaning. As a parent, your role isn't to raise a child who simply fits into the system. It's to raise a child who can challenge it with wisdom, purpose, and boldness. Have you ever stopped to wonder why schools still feel like factories? The bells, the rigid schedules, the endless testing. It's not by chance. Our school system was designed over a century ago during the industrial age, not to raise thinkers, but to produce workers. Obedient, punctual, rule-following workers. Kids were rewarded for memorizing, not for imagining. Asking too many questions? That was seen as trouble. Creativity? Often shut down. And the truth is, not much has changed. But the world has. Today, we need problem solvers, not rule followers. Leaders, not silent followers. If our children are going to thrive in this fast-changing world, they must learn to think critically, question boldly, and create fearlessly. And that shift, it doesn't start in the classroom. It starts with us, at home. In a world overflowing with information, what truly matters is not just what our children know, but how they think. So how do we raise children who are curious, independent, and wise? It starts at home, and it starts small. When your child asks, "Why is the sky blue?" or "Why do we have to follow this rule?" don't rush to give the answer. Instead, ask them, "That's a great question. What do you think?" By doing that, you're not just teaching them facts, you're inviting them to think. Let them see you think too. Say your thoughts out loud. I saw something online today, but it seemed one-sided. Let's find another perspective. You're showing them how to explore, reflect, and question, not just absorb. Next, make your home a safe space for disagreement. At dinner, ask, "What's something you disagree with, and why?" Let them express their thoughts. Celebrate respectful debate. Stretch their minds through conversation. Then, rethink your praise. Instead of saying, "Good job for doing exactly what I said," try, "I love the way you figured that out." This simple shift rewards insight over obedience. Support their emotional resilience too, because independent thinkers often stand alone. And that takes strength. Teach them that it's okay to fail, to feel frustrated, to try again. Help them journal, breathe, reflect, grow. Expose them to diverse ideas. Let them read the stories of bold minds, Mandela, Malala, Socrates, Elon Musk, Maya Angelou. Encourage them to explore different cultures, beliefs, and worldviews, because minds stretch where differences live. And finally, give them space to build something, anything. A lemonade stand, a science project, a YouTube channel. When kids create, they learn to solve problems. They learn to lead. Thinking becomes second nature, because in the end, our job isn't to raise kids who just follow instructions, it's to raise thinkers who question, create, and change the world. Your child is not a robot. They're not here to be programmed to follow rules, get good grades, and fit in quietly. They are a soul, alive, full of wonder, full of questions, and waiting to be awakened. In today's world, children are often taught to stay in line, stay safe, and follow the script. But if we want our kids to truly thrive, our homes must become something different. Not factories of discipline, but gardens of growth. Let your child speak. Let them explore. Let them rise. Instead of asking, "Did you behave today?" try, "What did you learn? What challenged you?" Don't teach them just what to think. Teach them how to think. Let them fall in love with learning, not for the sake of scores, but for the joy of discovery. Encourage them to chase truth, not trends, to ask bold questions, even better ones than we ever did. Because one thinker, just one, can change the world, and that thinker might just be your child.